Do I believe in training to failure? In a lot of cases, yes, definitely. Well, almost failure. I would say more like near failure. But my definition of failure is a little different than the rest of the fitness industry may have gotten you used to. Train to near failure. Train until you can feel the next rep will suffer because your shoulders can't maintain the rigidity. Your external rotators at the hip can't keep your knees from collapsing inwards. The strength of your core muscles will loosen and cause your lower back to arch. Training to near failure implies that you train maximally within the confines of safe movement patterns to the point where you can no longer maintain them, at which point you stop. And whether that's a squat, a bench press, or sprinting down a track, treat it like it's your job to know what those patterns are, how to maintain them under load, and when to progress them safely. If you don't want that job, then I strongly recommend that you get a personal trainer or train with a friend who knows proper form and has an attentive eye. Besides staving off injury in the gym, training to failure form rather than failure because of total system shutdown, CrossFit, has other benefits as well. When you learn the proper form for the exercises in your program, you are simultaneously learning the most stable positions your body should naturally operate in outside of the gym. When you bend down and pick up a heavy object, lift your suitcase into an overhead compartment, or help push your friend's broken car over to the side of the road, you will subconsciously brace yourself into the stable positions you've been practicing in your exercise programs. Sometimes the exercise doesn't even have a chance to start before there is a failure in form. If you can't get into the start and end positions of an exercise because of a mobility issue without load, what makes you think your form will improve when you start loading the bar? If you cannot lift your hands straight overhead without compensating in your spine or bending at your elbows, then it's really not a good idea to start overhead pressing until you restore that mobility. If you cannot do a bodyweight squat to parallel without your heels lifting from the ground and your torso tipping forward, then a barbell back squat is likely not the best exercise for you at this time. The good news is that after working on that mobility for the shoulder and adding the strength to the surrounding muscles, when you are finally ready to start that overhead press, your foundation will be strong and your progress will be quick. After improving your ankle flexibility and thoracic mobility, you'll be able to squat from a solid foundation. And if you honestly feel like you're losing out on the results because you have to focus on corrective exercises rather than the squats or the overhead presses that you'd rather be doing, remember there is always a safe regress version or analog to the restricted exercise that can help you get onto the path of your success. In summary, take the time to figure out what your current mobility restrictions are and how they will determine the best exercises for your program. Have your personal trainer or a friend coach you as you do your exercises, correcting your movements and stopping the exercise when they notice your form breaking. If you go to boot camp or a CrossFit box, know what the proper form should be for all the exercises and pay attention to what your body is telling you. If you feel like you're compromising the health of your spine, shoulders, or other joints just to get out the last couple reps, stop the exercise completely and assess how you feel and what part of the movement was giving you the most amount of trouble in the first place. Don't let anyone tell you to keep pushing even if they are your coach. You are the only one who have to live with the consequences and the pain of any injury you incur, not them. So thanks again for checking out this video. If you got any benefit from it, I'd sure appreciate a like. If you know anybody that would get some benefit from it, please feel free to share, and I'll see you in the next video.